Good morning, YMCA family. Thank you so much for tuning in today so that we can get a little breathing and a little stretching on. I'm very excited that you are here today. I'm Jennifer, and we are going to go ahead and tune into our bodies so that you will be ready for the rest of your Thursday. So what do you need? I have a mat. You don't need a mat. You just need a nice open space. And of course, we're going to stretch our hamstrings. I know you find that shocking. So you need a band or a strap or a towel or something that you can just loop over those feet to stretch out those hammies, and a little bit of water, maybe if you need a little drink as we start to move through our session. But that's all you need. But you do need to shut out the rest of the world, right? You need to let that go because this is your time. This is your time just to come inward and to check in, tune into your body. This is your you time, okay? Are you ready? Me too. Okay, let's go. All right, guys, let's find a nice, comfortable seated position. Remember, as we move through this today, if there's anything that doesn't work for you, feel free to change it. It's all about you, right? Okay, lifting up nice and tall, shoulders positioned over those hips. Let's go ahead and lengthen out that spinal column. Try not to arch here. Try not to push that belly forward, but just try to lift up nice and long through that spine. And let's close your eyes. Good. Take in a breath and exhale any stress, any worry, anything that's still just tinkling around in your head. And as you come inward, notice how you feel. Notice where you are in this space. Not in your room, but just on your mat and in your head. Good. Let's inhale, expand that chest. And exhale, empty those lungs. Deep, full breath. Take in that next breath. Feel that chest expand. And then exhale, press everything from that body before you take in that next deep breath. Inhale completely. And exhale fully. Very nice. Continue that breath. And then gently, let's loosen up that head and neck. Roll that head around and let's just loosen up. Being careful, especially as you come on around to the back there. So maybe exhale, bring the chin to the chest. And inhale, lift the chin to the sky. Loosen and soften. Let's go ahead and roll that head around the other way. Nice bit of movement. And let's lift that head back up to the top. Same motion, only now with that entire body. So just a little trunk rotation. And same exact breath pattern. So exhale to come on down. And inhale to come on up. Lovely. You move as slowly as you need to. And let's go ahead and reverse that. Opposite direction, around we go. Maybe one more. And up we go to the top. Let's go ahead and give ourselves just a gentle rotation. So let's go ahead and rotate to one side. Inhale, shoulders still over the hips, just rotate it. And exhale, come to the center. Same thing, other side. Inhale to twist. And exhale, back to the center. Take a few of these. Use your breath. We are all about that vinyasa so that as you move throughout the rest of your day, you can be very conscious of that breath. Inhale and exhale. How about one more time each side? Lovely. Back to the middle. Take those arms out to the side. Reach out. Send your energy out through those fingertips. Nice bit of stretch. Lift up tall. And let's go ahead and dip over to one side. So just a little airplane reach here. Look up past those fingertips. And as those hips press on down into the floor, you might be able to feel a little bit of length into that oblique. This one right there. A little stretch. And lift. Opposite side. Reach. And back to the center. Lovely. Bring those hands together out in front of you and go ahead and press those palms right towards me. So really press those hands forward. And as lots of energy is coming towards me, maybe we can feel a stretch there up into the upper back and into the neck. Press, press, press. Reach and release. Scoop those arms out to the side. Inhale, lift tall. Bend the elbows, open up that chest, look forward. Deep breath here as that heart center extends up to the sky. And lift up tall, reach and extend. And exhale, down we go. Beautiful. Slide those hands to those knees, chin to the chest. Scoop and round. A nice seated cat stretch. Go ahead and look down at that tummy. A lovely C shape with that spine. Perhaps you're hinging back here a little. That way we can make a little bit more room. And up we go to the top. Lovely. Wiggle out those shoulders. So we're going to give ourselves a little bit more of an intense oblique stretch. So go ahead and park those feet on the floor for now and lift up tall. Again, we'll check in with that posture. Up, up, up. Reach through the ears. And then lovely, relax. So we're going to flap those knees open here to a nice starfish. I'm going to take my right hand, and you can either bring the right hand to the floor, or if you're feeling a little fancier today, maybe we can scoop that right elbow to the floor here underneath that right leg. And then that left arm is just going to scoop up to the sky. Lifty, lifty. There we go, reaching up tall. Up, 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 leaning back a little. Take a breath. Take that left hand. Let's go ahead and float it down next to the right. And we're just going to drop your nose down towards that right shin. Very nice. Go ahead and untangle those arms. Scoop yourself back up tall. Bring those knees together. And once again, lift up. Nice straight spine. Close your eyes. See if that stretch maybe lengthened one side of the body more so than the other. We're going to even that up. So lift up tall, shoulders down, ears lifted, and then flop it back out. There's that nice starfish position. Take that left hand, either here set it on the floor, or maybe you can thread it underneath that left leg. And we scoop and reach up. Send your energy up through those fingertips. My right fingertips are reaching up to the sky. Lifty, lifty. Go ahead and float that right hand down next to the left, and then drop your nose to that left shin. Good job. Go ahead and untangle yourself. Scoop, round and roll back up to the top. Draw those knees back together and lift up. There's that nice bit of length once again. Maybe everything's feeling a little bit more even this time. Good. So we're going to come forward. We're going to give it a little fire log stretch or just a little cross-legged seated position. So you find wherever you're comfy. If you can, let's go ahead and make fire log. So I've got my right leg stacked just on top of the left, cross-legged, even back into that starfish position if that's good for you. Go ahead and walk those hands forward and drop that head down. So we've just got a little bit more intense of a stretch into the spine, into the glutes. Breathe at the bottom, wherever you are. We'll go ahead and walk ourselves in and up to the top, and we're gonna do that other fire log. So whichever leg is in the front, on top, go ahead and switch them up. There we go, and same thing. Out and over we go. Take a breath, inhale, breathe in. And exhale, breathe out. Before we gently walk it in and up. That second side's always just a little bit more intense than the first because we're not accustomed to having that opposite leg on top. So let's go ahead and untangle all those legs. One more time, lift up tall. Nice lifted, strong posture. Beautiful. We're gonna go ahead and make our way down onto our mat here. So let's take your time. I'm gonna keep my band nearby right over here, but I want you to maybe hang on to those thighs, and we're gonna tuck the chin to the chest. Use your core, hang on to those thighs, as you slowly roll your spine down to the mat. So as we take our time and come on down, we're using that tongue, but maybe it also feels like a little bit of a massage. Maybe, there we go, good. So down on your backs, go ahead and flop your arms out to the side, T position, and then we're gonna duck walk those feet off the edges of your mat. So those knees and those feet are a little bit further apart from each other, and we're just gonna windshield wiper the knees here. So just a little flopping to one side and then to the other. So you take your time, you flop as you need to. We've got that nice range of motion into the hips. Maybe even a little stretch into those hip flexors. Very nice. Maybe one more time each side. And we'll come back up to the top. Beautiful. Duck walk those feet back in. Let's go ahead and pull one knee into the chest, pull the other knee into the chest. We're gonna make sure that those hands are here down beside you on that mat. So let's reach both legs up to the sky, bent straight, whatever is good for you. And let's continue with that breath. So exhale, the right leg down. Inhale, the right leg up. Exhale, left leg down. Inhale, left leg up. So just take your time here, moving with the breath, making the movement of the legs smooth and deliberate. Once both legs come on back up to the top, let's extend those arms back out to the side, T position. We're gonna drop over into revolved abdomen twist. So flop those palms down on the mat, face down. You can bend the knees if you'd like. And we're gonna take both legs over to the right. We're gonna reach those feet maybe out into that right hand and look up to the sky or turn the head to the left. There's our revolved abdomen twist. And as always, guys, you might feel a little creaking and popping. You might hear it a little bit, right? That's all normal, as long as it doesn't hurt. So let's take a breath here and release. Bend those knees, roll yourself back to the center, and we'll extend those legs back up to the sky. Ready? Let's go find that other revolved abdomen twist. So both legs flop over to the left, Reach those feet maybe out into that left hand and turn the head or look to the sky, whatever works for you. But relax into it. We'll stretch into the oblique. Take a breath and relax. Fantastic. Bend those knees, roll back to the center, and then we're just gonna maybe reach those hands around to those shins or behind those thighs, and let's rock on that lower back. So how about we make some figure eights today? So maybe a little swoopy swoop to the right and a swoopy swoop to the left. Excellent. Back to the center. Let's go ahead and set one foot on the mat, set the other foot on the mat, and let's just bring your hands down beside you so we can roll up into bridge. We're gonna roll up today and we're gonna hold it. So palms are gonna stay flat on the floor today, feet nice and flat as well. So inhale, breathe in, and then exhale, scoop up that tailbone, push your weight into your feet and lift those hips up to the sky. There's our bridge pose. We are pushing those hips skyward, squeezing up the glutes, and you might even be able to feel a bit of a lengthening there into those hip flexors. But we're in a lovely backwards bend. If you can, try to squeeze those shoulder blades together up underneath you. Gonna poke those ribs, that chest up closer to the sky, squeezing those knees together as if you're holding one of those small balls between them. Up, up, up. Take a breath. Lift up those hips. Exhale, hold it. Take another breath. Inhale. Exhale, flatten out the shoulder blades. Slowly roll through that spinal column. Roll back down to the mat, and at the bottom, that tailbone is the last thing to arrive. Excellent. Hug the knees into the chest, cross the ankles, scoop up into diamond pose, hug your nose towards your knees. Up, up, up. And relax it down. Good job. How about a little wiggle there? A little wiggle, that's always nice. Beautiful. Untangle those ankles, pick up your strap, your band. I'm gonna take that band, I'm gonna loop it up and around my right foot, and we're gonna push that right leg to the sky so we can stretch out those hammies. The lower body series, right there. So keep that right leg nice and straight, push that right heel up to the sky, and let's lengthen. Lengthen that right leg. Very nice. Push that right heel up a little bit more. Maybe that right leg feels like it just moves another millimeter or two closer to that chest. Take a breath. Relax a bit, but only so you can reach up. Let's take that band or strap into that left hand, and we're gonna allow that right leg just to drift over the center line of the body. So keep your shoulders and your hips nice and flat, but that right leg just drifts over a little bit. Very nice. Up we go to the top. Take that strap into that right hand, let that right leg drop out and open. So let's still press out through that right heel and keep that body flat on the floor. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And release your strap, release that right leg. Scoot it down and out along your mat, give it a little wiggle there. And then we're just gonna finish up by parking that right ankle on top of that left quad and finishing up with through the whole pose. So reach on around, grab that thigh, use your strap, or maybe switch it up to eye of the needle pose, grabbing that shin instead. As you relax here, let's check in with your spine. You should feel that all sections of your back are just relaxing against that floor. Everything is nice and flat, connected, and we'll release, untangle. Untangle those legs. We'll breathe here. And then let's try the other side. So, strap, and up goes that left leg. Hammy stretch. Awfully nice to stretch out those hammies. So flex that left foot and work the pose. So holding every time you inhale, and then as you exhale, we sink a little further into the stretch. So that doesn't mean that there's this sort of movement with each breath. It just means that the longer that we stay here, the longer that stretch becomes. Movement only as you exhale, and it's very subtle. As you soften with that exhalation, usually that's when you can sink a little further into the pose. So let's take that one more breath. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, soften and sink. And then inhale, reach up, take that strap into just that right hand, and let's allow that leg to come on over the center line of the body. There's that little drift. Keep your hips and shoulders flat and connected to the mat. And up we go. Transfer that strap into that left hand. Left leg opens out to the side. There's that inner thigh stretch. Releasing here, releasing that bander strap, releasing that left leg, and then we'll finish up with our through the hole pose. So left ankle on top of that right quad. Send those hands behind that right thigh and pull those legs in. You modify as you need to. And let's just find your best stretch. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Fantastic. Release, release all of those legs. Bringing both knees here to the chest. Let's go ahead and scoop up one more time. Hug the knees in to release and relax. And down we go. We need to come on up to the top, so grab behind the thigh. And up we go. Excellent. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and find our Jani Shirshasana today. So we're going to extend both legs forward here out in front of you. Very nice. And make sure that they're easy. So let's relax those knees. Good. Bend the right knee. Pull the right knee into the body. And let's check in there with the posture. So lift up tall, up, up, up. And then we'll flop that right knee down here on the floor beside you. So the sole of that right foot is up there onto that left thigh. Left leg is easy. Take a breath. Inhale, scoop and lift. Exhale, fold. Drop the nose down to the shin. Breathe there. We'll go ahead and scoop and stack up to the top. Lift yourselves up, shoulders over hips, and we're gonna flop here into our, when I get there, hang on. Park that right paw on the floor, pull that right knee to the mat up underneath you, and there's our side gate. There you go. So reach that left arm to the sky. Look up at those left fingertips. Good. Nice long, long reach. Let's intensify that stretch into that oblique a little bit more. Scoop that left arm over your ear. Reach, reach, reach. Get a nice stretch. Energize through the fingertips. Lift up tall with that left hand. And fantastic. So we're gonna float both hands here down to the floor, and we're gonna press back into our plank. So there's our plank. Lovely position, squeeze in your belly. Nice. Let's go ahead and lower down to the mat through four-limb staff pose. Down we go. Release your toes. Scoop up into cobra. Up, up, up. Release it down. Let's go ahead and lift up into flying cobra. Up, up, up. And down we go. Bringing those hands back to the mat. Maybe slide those hands a little bit forward out in front of your shoulders. A little bit of space between those feet. Squeeze up your derriere and press into our Sphinx. Derrieres are all kinds of mushed. Lower down. Back we go to that mat. You can bring those legs back together a little bit. So slide those hands back. We're gonna press up into plank. So maybe coming up to your knees first or pressing all the way up. But belly's in as you do so. Inhale, breathe in. And just push the floor away. There's our plank. Fantastic. Give it a little down dog. Reaching those heels for that mat. Coming back into plank. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and drop your knees to the mat. Release your toes. Squeeze up your derriere again. Drop the hind parts down, hips down as the chin lifts up. There we go. A little up dog. Lift up those hips. Tuck up the toes. Re-plank. So find that plank, and then we're gonna find that other side gate. So I'm gonna flip around. I'll be facing away from you. That left knee comes down. Reposition that left hand, maybe swing that left leg out of it. Right arm reaches up to the sky. There's our side gate. There we go. Lifty, lifty. Energize through those fingertips. And then send that right arm over your right ear. Beautiful. Lift up. We're gonna lower down, have a seat, and we're ready for that other Jani Shirshasana. So the right leg is extended, left leg is pulled up. Give it a nice scoop. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, fold forward. Take a breath, scoop, round and roll up to the top, and both legs extend out. Very nice. Give both of those legs a little wiggle, and let's just press up into a nice reverse plank. So park those paws on the mat, and up we go. Excellent. Down to the mat, and up to the top. Good. Relax your wrists, wiggle those guys out, wiggle out those legs. And let's go ahead here, flip over, hands and knees. There's our hands and knees. You find a position that's cozy for you, and let's just wag your tail today in the puppy. So inhale to the right, and exhale to the left. You move through your puppy in a way that feels good to your back. Nice little squeeze on each side. And we'll come to the center. Excellent. Drop down to your elbows so that we can find our dolphin. You can leave both palms pressing into that mat, or you can interlace the fingers together. Either way, we're gonna tuck up the toes in the back and push the hips to the sky. Lovely. There's our dolphin pose. Let's create a lot of space between your shoulders and your ears. Trying to slide those shoulder blades down your back. Nice. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Nice. Bring those knees to the mat. Release your toes. Go ahead and have a little stretch back into Balasana. And then we'll come back to hands and knees. Nice. We need to make our way up to standing. So go ahead and tuck up your toes. Press up to down dog. Let's take that right leg. We're going to scoop it up to the sky. Lift it up as high as it will go. Bend the right knee, swing the right foot forward between those hands. So we've got that nice lunge happening here. Leave the left hand on the floor, and let's just scoop the right arm to the sky. A little balance. Energy through those fingertips. Good. Lower down, both hands are parked. Step the right leg back. There's our down dog. Left leg. Scoop it up to the sky, up, up, up. Bend the left knee, swing the left foot forward between those hands. Park the right hand on the floor, and then left arm reaches up. Lower that left hand down, step back, down dog. From here, let's walk the feet forward towards the hands, or walk the hands forward back towards the feet. Relax your neck. Let's take a couple of sun breaths. Inhale, come halfway up. And exhale, down we go. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale, nose to the shins. One more time. Inhale, halfway up. And exhale, down we go. Let's give it a nice reverse swan dive. Scoop the arms out to the side. Inhale, lift up to the sky. Once you get there, interlace the fingers. And let's give it a little backwards bend. Press the hips forward, open up the chest. And lift tall before you lower down. Hands to the heart. Good job. Relax those arms, wiggle out those body parts, and let's check in with your balance. We're gonna do a little balance today, and we're gonna do a little triangle vinyasa. So, position those hands here on your tummy. Let's close your eyes and lift up. Shoulders down, ears lifted. While you're here with your eyes closed, let's just lift your toes off the floor. Try not to grip your mat, your space, with those toes. Lovely. Lower down with those toes. Open your eyes. And let's just bring your hands to your heart at namaste. Nice. Lock the thumbs. Place those thumbs over your heart. And let's shift your weight onto your left foot so that we can find tree today. So, toes on the floor, foot lifted, or you can pull it up high over that knee. Wherever it needs to be is good. So let's just find your tree. Just a little easy tree today. Breathing here. Strong balance. Good. Take those toes, slide those toes to the floor, cross over that standing leg, and then we're just going to dip to the right. Just a little standing half moon, stretching into the oblique. And lift up tall. Lowering that right foot to the floor, standing tall, float the toes off the floor. And float them down. Good. Shift your weight to the right foot, left leg tree. So left toes down, slide up that left foot wherever that left leg is. Park it there. And And take those toes, slide those toes to the floor, crossing over that standing leg, and dip over. A little standing half moon. And up to the top. Untangle those legs, relax those arms, and let's wiggle out. Good job. Alrighty guys, so let's go ahead and do another vinyasa today. So we're gonna step out, we're gonna make our way towards archer. So right foot forward, I'm gonna wiggle that left foot back, angle those left toes in. So we're gonna float today from archer to reverse warrior to triangle. And we're gonna move through that a couple of times. So lifting long, float the arms out, energy through those fingertips, lots of that today. So reach, 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 and let's go ahead and sink into the right knee. There's our archer. So inhale and press back, exhale into reverse warrior. Lovely, floating forward into triangle. Inhale as that right arm windmills down, that left arm windmills up. And we'll take an exhale back up to the top. Let's do that again. Archer, reverse warrior, triangle, and center. And again, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. One more time. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Lovely. Let's go ahead, relax those arms. And we're just gonna come through the center. So I'm gonna make sure that the front foot becomes the back foot. We just rotate on around, that's all, yeah? So nice little settle here. Float out those arms, lengthen and reach. Reach, 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 reach. And we'll begin. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Again, archer, reverse warrior, triangle. 2 more rounds. And inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Last time. Archer, reverse warrior, triangle, and lift. Reach through the fingertips and relax down. Fantastic. From here, let's go ahead and maybe sink into that left knee, rotate on around to the front, just so that we can bring those hands to the mat. And let's go ahead and point all 10 of your toes to the front of your mat, whichever direction that is. Since we're here, press back into triangle. So both legs as straight as you can make them, dropping your head to that left shin. Sinking into that front knee, stepping back down dog, and we need to find that other triangle. So take that right foot and let's just step it forward between those hands. And once you're there, press back, triangle. Lovely. Sink into that front knee, step back, down dog, and Lift up onto those toes. Push those heels towards the mat. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. One more time, inhale, lift up. And exhale, lower down. Let's go ahead and move into one more vinyasa. So we're gonna go ahead and inhale, knee comes into the chest, and exhale, down dog, same side. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale one more time. Inhale, come into plank, and exhale, left side. Inhale, and exhale. Flattening out that back as you press into down dog. Two more. Inhale, and exhale. Last time. Inhale, and exhale. Fantastic. Knees to the mat. Release your toes. Sit it back, Balasana. And if you can, maybe widen those knees a little bit, or maybe scoop those arms back by your feet, forehead on the mat. Taking a breath here. All of that rocket dog, that little series that we just did, probably got your heart rate up a little bit. So relax here, breathe to slow everything down. Scooping up, coming up to the top, wiggling out, and flip over. There we go. Onto those hind parts. Very nice. Let's go ahead and hang on to those thighs, and let's roll down, hugging those knees into your chest. Beautiful. We have time for an inversion today, so if you'd like to come to shoulder stand, go ahead and you come on up into shoulder stand. If you would like, let's take your strap and let's just reach those feet up over your hips and use your strap just to hold those legs in position, right? So whether you're in shoulder stand or not shoulder stand, any inversion requires quite a bit of energy. So sometimes this is a nice little variation. You can also just take those legs right over to a wall for legs up the wall pose, but you're getting the majority of the benefit of our shoulder stand just by lifting the feet up over the hips. So let's just hang out in this position for a few breaths wherever you are today. Soften the shoulders. Mine were all kinds of mushed up there towards my feet. So soften up the upper body and just breathe. If you're up in shoulder stand, you can go ahead and move through a couple of variations. Moving those legs or those feet around slowly. If you are up in shoulder stand, let's go ahead and slowly roll your spine back down, connect it again with your mat. And once you are there, we'll all go ahead and maybe release those bands, parking those hands on the floor, palms face down. Use the muscles of the core to slowly lower those legs to the mat. Peace. Once those legs have landed, wiggle them out a little bit, and we're gonna press up into our counter pose for this. So draw your elbows here up underneath the shoulders, open up the chest, and drop that head back. There's our Matsyasana. Open up that chest, lift your heart center to the sky, and breathe. Feel that chest expand every time you inhale. Lifting up that head, releasing your elbows, rolling back down to that mat, and hugging the knees into the chest for a little side to side rock. Good, good. Lots of work inversion is. Nice. Back to the center. One more easy spinal twist. Flop the arms out to the side, T position. Let's give it a little dip to the right. And a little dip to the left. Excellent. Back to the center. Set those feet on the mat. Let's go ahead and extend your legs down and out along that floor. Wiggle everything out. I'm going to come on up to a seated position, but you find a lovely, comfortable position for our remaining time together, which is the most important time of our yoga session, right? Just that little time to renew and refresh and come inward and just quiet the mind, right? So snuggle in, stretching and twisting a little extra if you need it. Maybe you need a blankie, or maybe you can just grab your pillow just to find that position where you are cozy. So let's snuggle in, let's close your eyes, and let's just connect to your body, to your breath. As you relax here in this space, you might even want to float your hands up to your tummy and chest, just to feel your body. So with those eyes closed today, I'm going to give that body a nice release with just the breath. We'll take 3 of these. So in your space, let's inhale into the body. And then as you exhale, soften all bits, all parts. Melt yourself down into the floor, letting go of everything between your toes and the crown of your head. Relax. Take in another breath. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, soften, sink into the floor. And maybe one more time. Inhale, breathe in. And exhale, let go. Your body is here, supported and safe on your mat in this space where you are breathing. Feel that breath move through the body. Feel the chest rise. Feel the chest fall. Feel the rhythm of your breath. And then from the breath, let's come inward to the mind, finding that quiet, easy space where you're always safe, warm, serene, and tranquil. Let's just hover in this space for a wee little bit. Relax here and enjoy the moment. And slowly and gently, let's make your way back into your space and back into the breath. The breath has grown shallow, so let's work to deepen that breath. Inhale, light and energy. Exhale everything your body doesn't need. Take in another breath. Inhale, breathe in. And exhale, breathe out. Continue with that breath. Maybe wiggle those fingers and toes around. Bring some energy to that body. Maybe give yourself a little stretch or a little hug. You can even roll over onto your side for just a wee moment more. And then if you'd like, go ahead and press on up into a seated position, or you can stay right there on your mat. Let's just go ahead and come inward, finding that final moment of quiet, that final moment of silence. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May the entire universe be filled with peace and joy, love and light. Shanti means peace. Om Shanti to you. Thank you guys for joining me this morning. So as always, remember, go outside, get some vitamin D. Remember to hydrate today. Remember to take care of yourself. Be kind to yourself. And as always, go wash your paws. Namaste, guys. Cannot wait to see you all again soon. Take care. Hi guys, I'm Jennifer. This is Montag. And of course, we are here to remind you to go wash your paws.
What about my paws?